What does Jack Hughes think about the Devils' first practice? What does Captain Nico Hischier think about facing ex-coach Lindy Ruff in Prague? What was Sheldon Keefe's message for the Devils? And Fitzgerald gives an update about Dawson Mercer. All this and more on Devils Power Play. What's up, Devils fans? Welcome to Devils Power Play. Thank you for returning, or if you're new here, thanks for visiting the channel. Hit the like button if you're like me and love the New Jersey Devils. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any Devils news. Today I want to go over some interesting things the guys had to say during their first interviews. From players we're familiar with, like Captain Nico Hischier, Jack Hughes, to new players like Paul Potter and Jacob Markstrom, and to returning players like Tomáš Tatar. Then I want to go over topics new head coach Sheldon Keefe and general manager Tom Fitzgerald discussed during their press conference. So let's dive into this. The players were all asked a lot of similar questions, so I'll just sum up most of their responses. I'll start with Jack Hughes. Starting with his recovery over the summer. Jack said it went very well, he feels good and is glad to be in good shape. His first impressions of practice under Keefe were positive. He said it was up-tempo and a good start for day one. Jack is happy with the players Fitz got over the summer. He said he's glad that these are guys with playoff experience under their belts and come from winning teams. They're looking forward to getting together and working on their game. When asked about Mercer, he said that the whole team was hoping he could get this deal done soon and be able to go meet them when they play in Prague. Which, by the way, Jack answered like most of his teammates. They are all looking forward to connecting more as a group, traveling together. And it's great for the European players to be able to play in front of their families. When asked about how he felt that they will be facing ex-coach Lindy Ruff in Prague, Jack answers that Lindy was always good to him and he wishes the best for Ruff in Buffalo. Jack said he is not looking back at last season and is excited about this new group and a fresh start. Another player who had surgery and had to rehabilitate last summer was Timo Meier. He said it was a busy summer for him after the surgery and having to spend time with the rehab. Timo was treated well by staff and people he worked with back home, claiming they took really good care of him. He said he had to work really hard to come back at 100%, and he's just glad it's behind him and everything's feeling great. It was the first summer he had to spend so much time with rehab and letting the body rest. Timo said it was good for him mentally to go through this and learn from it. When asked about his thoughts on Keefe, Timo said it was a great first day. Sheldon set the tone right away and has a clear vision of how he wants his players to play. Very clear communication, and that's great for the team. Meier played alongside Hughes and Bratt, which he loved. He knows this is day one and things aren't set in stone. However, he's hoping the line doesn't change, saying these are two great players with a lot of skill and who make great things happen when they're on the ice. When asked about Kevin LeBlanc, who Meier has played with before, he said they arrived at San Jose at the same time and were roommates. And were roommates on the road, so they know each other pretty well. He's glad that LeBlanc gets a chance to show what he's capable of and excited to see him put on a Devils jersey. Meier has already played a season opener with San Jose in Prague and said this will be a special experience for the team and it's a great city. Someone else who played in Prague already is Captain Nico Hischier, who represented Switzerland at the IIHF World Championship last May. The captain said it will 100% be beneficial for all the guys to travel to Prague together to work on their off-ice chemistry, which in turn will help with their on-ice chemistry. Nico said the team's first practice with Keefe was good and intense, tough skating drills and setting the standard. He said that Keefe expects a lot, which is good because this is an organization with high standards. Nico's message to the team as captain is, come in here and try to get better every day. Work on things together as a group. Take game by game. It's a long season. Nico smiled ear to ear when asked about having Tatar back at his side. He said he loves playing with Tuna and complimented Tatar, saying he's a hard worker who can score and make plays. He feels he's the same way, not too flashy, hard working, and that's why he feels they're a great match. When asked about ex-coach Lindy Ruff, Nico said he had a great relationship with him and he did great things for the Devils. He will definitely say hi to him if he sees him around before the game in Prague, because he liked Lindy a lot. He said Lindy was always great to him and a great coach to a lot of the guys and helped them grow as players. It will definitely be a little weird, he said. When asked about things that went wrong last season, Hischier answered, "I don't like looking back right now, to be honest." Now, moving on to new players. Jacob Markstrom was asked how it felt to finally step on the ice here. He said it felt really good and it's a day they've all been finally waiting to get started. Markstrom said a challenge coming over to a new team is getting to know the game, seeing how everyone moves, learning the system they play, just getting comfortable with all the new faces. He too feels it will be beneficial for the team to start off in Prague to get to know each other on a different level than when you're at home. Markstrom said that for day one, the pace was fast. Keith's message was to do things fast and not wait for things to happen. He wants the pace, he wants the quickness, he wants us to work hard. Markstrom's excited to put that jersey on. Another new player is Paul Cotter. He expressed his feelings on what Keith expects of them as a group, which are high expectations. He said a lot of teams know the Devils are going to be a good team, and last season didn't finish how they wanted to. When asked what excites Cotter about joining this group, he said it's awesome. It's a chance for him to show what he's made of. The Devils put faith in him as a player as he is, and hopefully he can give back and show them they were right. When asked what points Keith emphasized, Cotter said the biggest thing is compete. There's always a place to be, always reloading, pushing each other. He said that Keith emphasized his communication to a player is going to be great, and vice versa. If a player doesn't like something, to tell him. Cotter is excited to play next to Bastian and McDermott, saying that's a meat line right there. One player returning to the Devils lineup is Tomas Tatar, who is extremely excited about being back in New Jersey. He said he's really happy to be playing with Nico Hischier again, and hopefully they can find that magic they had 2 years ago. He will also be rejoining his fellow Slovak teammate Šimon Nemec, who he's also really excited about. Now, some things Sheldon Keefe and Tom Fitzgerald had to say. Keefe expressed there are two things when talking about his vision. Firstly, where do we want to go as a team? Which is to build something sustainable to where we can compete in our division, in the playoffs, and ultimately for the Stanley Cup. The other piece is, what are they going to look like? The vision of how the Devils will play and the habits we need from this group. We need our group to sprint, to be relentless. We need great effort. When asked about the lines, Keefe said he put players together that he'd like to see. Even though it's day one, it's a pretty good representation if they were playing the next day. He'll adapt and adjust as needed. Tom Fitzgerald said that Šimon Nemec is cleared to play after the scary ad while playing for Slovakia. It's just a matter of checking with medical staff before he can actually play. This just in. Today, September 20th, Dawson Mercer has finally signed a 3-year, $12 million deal. Well, that's about it for today. I'm so excited the season is finally underway. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Till the next one, go Devils!